Now if this doesn't make for a good start to the day, I'm not really sure what does. I've come out at early o'clock because it's going to be a hot one today. We got heat advisories and all kinds of things. Be way up in the 30s. Good morning, shadow people. Yeah, all flowers. Lovely, eh? Yeah. Purples, whites, yellows. There's a whole bunch of brown eye Susans and what have you. I just passed. Very nice indeed. I suspect it's going to be a busy day in the mountains. I left Calgary probably, I don't know, it's probably 5:30, 6 o'clock, and the roads were already busy. I got there's a deer over there. There's a deer in the distance, way out in the distance. There they go. 1, 2, 3. Not sure if you'll be able to see them. Way in the distance. Yeah, not sure if they'll show up very well on there. Yeah. And that'd be a time to have my other camera. It's always the same. Yeah. Right. I'm going to head on through the forest that way. Right, let's put this away for a second. I've enjoyed this view many times, and I don't care how many times you come out here. Yamnuska Mountain is really quite something. Yeah, doesn't matter how many times I've seen that mountain. Been staring at that mountain for over 25 years now. Certainly quite something. The deer that were over that way, they kept stopping, looking at me, stopping, looking at me, then eventually they just carried on eating. Yeah. I think they're more interested in the greenery. Don't care what they are, as long as they're not large brown lump with 2 smaller brown lumps with it. That's never a good thing to see first thing in the morning. But bunch of deer, that's good. Don't mind seeing them. It's them big brown lumps with the claws that you want to avoid in the morning. Yeah. There's loads of these purple flowers along here. I'm not really sure what they are. I'm going to look those up when I get home. Yeah. Well, there's some brown eye Susans. Pretty much lost their flowers now. Just going to seed, pretty much. Look at that. Absolutely amazing this time of the year. The amount of flowers and stuff out in the meadows. There's more over there. Loads of them over there. You're a train in the distance. Right. I've come this way for another reason, because crossing this piece early in the morning when it's still cool is not too bad. Middle of the afternoon, blazing heat. It's supposed to be 31, 32 today, whatever. That's not going to be so pleasant, so I'm coming back through the forest. That's why I'm going around this way. Right, I shall continue down there. Always a nice view out there across the lake there out towards Yamnuska. This lake may look empty, but I can assure you it's not. It's just full of reeds and stuff, absolutely full of ducks and wildfowl and stuff. Perfect lake. Yamnuska's way over there in the distance. This is a very nice walk around here. However, don't be tempted to try and take a shortcut. It looks like you can, but trust me, I mean, you look across there and you think, oh yeah, I could get across there. Yeah, not so much. Yeah, that is pretty wet down in there. Very nice spot though. As the day goes on, I think we're going to get hotter and hotter, so I will head on. That is my trail for today. I'm heading on that way. Beautiful start to the day, eh? And here we have some bear crap, but it's old, very old actually, probably a week or two. Yeah. Right, I'm continuing on up this way for a touch. I'll turn off here in a minute. Loads and loads of wildflowers. You can hear the buzzing in the wires. what makes our modern world possible. We'd be lost without it. Right, gonna put this away while I got this next hill. Time for a water break. It's gonna be a hot one today, so sit and enjoy this view, have a little drink. Only a few small ones to clear out on that trail, which was rather nice. I cleared out most of that the other year, so nice to see most of it has actually stayed clear. But, that's rather nice. Right, now I'm gonna, at the end of this trail I have a choice, left or right, so I will have a look when I get there. Right, on I go. Well, it's definitely a hot day in the mountains, I can tell you. This water flowing down through here is very, very nice. Look at that. That ain't good. I don't know what it is. Cut out quite a few trees on the way down. Mostly dead as well. That deadwood's harder to cut. Now exactly where I'm sitting now, that group of trees across the middle, right out across there, and to my immediate right here, used to be a bridge across there in the war, back in the Second World War, and officers and gentlemen went over the bridge. There was a POW camp down there. Officers and gentlemen went over the bridge, and all the working guys went off down. They turned right a little bit further up, and a lot of the guys, there was a reunion a few years back, and a lot of the guys that were in the POW camp just down the road here over that way, they actually came back and they actually said it was some of the best times that they'd ever had. So yeah, even in times of conflict, Canadians know how to look after people, and that's what it's all about. Yeah. Isn't that nice? Doesn't get much better than that. The water actually doesn't feel that cold either. Yeah. Alright. I need to be a little bit careful here because this water's a lot deeper than it looks. Sometimes this water is so shallow that you can just walk straight across here, but I suspect they might be doing rafting and that today, so they got the water levels up a touch. Yeah. Been some heavy rain in the mountains in the last few bits, but we still have a fire advisory on, so I can't have a campfire on this weekend, not out in the bush anyway. But, this is a long weekend. It's August long weekend, so people tend to get a little bit crazy. So alright, I'm going to continue on my way and basically follow the water downstream. Alright, time for me to go. Alright, back out through that part of the trail. As you can see, the sun's come way up now. I can tell you, it's warm out here in the open. So I'm going to head across to those trees right in front of me. There's a trail that runs up through there, and then to get me out of the sunshine. I can walk through the forest on my left hand side here, but it's much nicer to walk through the forest over that side. Way nicer. Right, I will find a spot to stop for a bite to eat. I know exactly where I'm heading, my favourite tree, and then I shall stop and have a bite to eat once I'm out this sunshine. Right, tea break. That sun is getting mighty hot, so I am stopping for a rehydrate. You'd be surprised. I've walked about 8-10 kilometers, I guess, and it is warm. So I've stopped for tea, some food, get a pack off for a while, and I'm just going to sit here and enjoy this. Well, as I say, it's time to stop and have a rest, get a pack off for a while. Sometimes you just need to sit down. Oh, that's good. Right, first rule of order, tea. Since I can't have a campfire, I can't make tea, so I had to bring tea. So out with a trusty flask. it smells so good. That is so hazy. All the mountains are just that what I call heat haze. Yeah. Cheers. Time for tea. Oh, that is so good. Yeah. Right. In the bag of goodness today, I have an enormous grapefruit. But in the chill bag, I need to eat this first because this is a sausage roll. That is good. Just doesn't get much better than this, really. Saw a bunch of horses down through that way. Other than that, not seen anything. A few deer. Marvellous way to spend the day. A lot of people, they're all rushing off down that valley over there. All heading on down to get away from everybody. But they're all going to the same place. There's lots of very stunning places down there, and trust me, there's some very stunning places down there. And that's where they're all heading, but they're all going to the same place. So you head out into the mountains to get away from people, but now you're surrounded by the people you're trying to get away from. Never strikes me as good. There's an eagle or something down in there. I keep hearing them making that, they make a very particular noise. Yeah, down over that way, I think. I brought my big saw and that with me today. There's usually a lot of deadfall down through here, but today probably 5 or 6 trees. That's all I've had to move. So it's actually pretty good. Yeah, hear that? Oh, it's a hawk. It's right here. Just landing in this tree here. There he goes. Heading out across there looking for something. Crows are making a bit of noise down at the bottom. I think they've spotted them. If this just does not make for a good day. I know I'm usually out doing something, building something, fixing something, down a campfire, reviewing gear, whatever. Sometimes what is actually needed is to come and sit on a very nice area like this in the shade of some very large trees and just enjoy a cup of tea. Yeah, it doesn't get much better. Remember I said I saw some horses? See, told you I saw some horses. Just shows you how little people pay attention to their surroundings. They have no clue I'm sitting up here. And I just heard one of the ladies there say, hang on, I got a phone call. I heard her phone ring from here. Like, if you're coming out in the mountains, people, leave your phones at home. Eh? Just come out and enjoy this stuff. Right, talking of enjoyment, I need to finish up my grapefruit. Alright, noisy people are gone. Take their cell phones with them. Yeah, people do horse riding up through here because it's fairly quiet, I guess. But, that is my view right at this moment in time. That is what I'm sitting enjoying. Nice out. And a cup of tea, because it's always tea time in the mountains. Yeah. Now it's quiet. It's good. They can't have gone far. Those people, I heard them going down the trail, so I just took a different route up through the forest. I think I know exactly where they went. They didn't go very far before they turned around and came back up. But, either way, they're gone now, so that's good. My peace and quiet continues. So I got to put my tea down, enjoy the day, feet up. No campfire today, unfortunately, because it's too hot. It's early morning campfires or late evening campfires this time, but unfortunately it is way too warm for anything like that. And we do have a fire advisory on. Quite often on the long weekends we have fire advisories because people all go out camping and what have you, and sadly not everybody is responsible with their campfires. So last thing we want is forest fires. Yeah, there are a few burning around at the moment, which is another reason why you have advisories on. People think advisories are just, you know, they say, oh well, it rained out in the forest the other day, and it did. It rained here very heavy the other day. Yesterday actually it rained the last 2 days. But it's not necessarily just the amount of water in the forest, it's the availability of firefighters should anything happen. So if we suddenly got a forest fire turn up, and you know, half our forest firefighters are off out somewhere else helping other people, so you know, there's only so many people to go around. A lot of forest, thousands and thousands of square miles of forest. Yeah, literally, you can go that way in the forest for, oh Christ, I have no idea. It's probably 1, 2, 3,000 kilometers that way. Behind me, that way, exactly the same. You can head up north and eventually you'll run out of forest once you get up into the Arctic. That way you go only a few hundred kilometers and you're back out on the prairies. That way you can go all the way to the coast. Give you an idea of how far that is. If you drove solid, you drove in a little excess of the speed limit, you could probably do it in 12 to 14 hours. But sticking to the speed limit, generally people take that as a 2-day trip. But that's all forest that way. So there's a lot of forest around here, so got to be careful. So many firefighters. So if you're ever out in the forest, always remember, you know, it takes one match to level a forest, and probably 100 to 200 years for it to return. So always be careful. Tell you what I'm going to be careful with. I'm going to be careful not to spill my tea. Yeah. Oh dear, that is so good. Right, now I've had a refresh. Time I put all this gear away and carried on before we get right into the middle of the, this is probably mid-morning o'clock I should think, but once we get into the serious midday and afternoon sun, that is just going to get ridiculous out here, so I'm going to head on to a different location. Right, lunch break over. That's not a good spot for a lunch break, I don't know what it is. Yeah, look at that. Got a bit of breeze. Some afternoon breeze. It's coming off the mountains. That's one good thing here. The let me just check sight. Make sure I left nothing behind. No, all looks good. Right, I'm heading on this way. One good thing with the mountains, You get that heat on there. Air at the top of the mountains is colder. Cold air runs downhill, so it tends to run down this way pretty good. Right, I'm going to continue on my way and head out of this heat as soon as I can. Right, last bit of forest before I head out into the sunshine. So just having a little cool down before I get out in the heat, because that's going to be warm out there in a minute. That mountain there, that's Yates Mountain. You can just see, if you follow the tree line all the way up, you'll see like a hump. Just past that hump, like in a little U-shaped piece, you can see looks like a short rock face from here, but it's actually about 50 to 100 feet tall in places. And that on today, I guarantee you there is an absolute schwack of people up there. There'll be a whole bunch of people up there. Yeah, that is a very popular hike. It's a fairly easy hike. It's not until you get up the top. It's kind of a trudge. It's actually an old fire road. There used to be a lookout up there, part of the POW lookout system. Used to be up there, and that's why the road is there for the fire lookout. There's a fire lookout right on top of Yates Mountain there. But I can just about see the antennas up there. But yes, very popular hike on a day like today. Well, you can keep all those millions of people. I'd rather be down here in the valley. Right, now I need to head out across the hot piece, so I'm going to put it into top gear and get going.